All right, so this is Keith Raider, and yeah, I've watched a little bit of the Raiders game, Raiders versus Niners game, and honestly, I've seen some good things. One, I mean, the Raiders have been struggling to stop the run, but as far as what I've seen, it didn't look that bad. But then again, mind you, the 49ers wasn't playing all their starters. So we seen pretty much, quarter of the 49ers players that they really want to play. Not really there. Christian McCaffrey wasn't there. Their starting receiver wasn't there. We had a couple of things that wasn't there for the Niners. So it's kind of hard to really say that the defense really stepped up. But if you just looking at it from, the regular eyes, the Raiders defense looked good for the drives that Max Crosby was in and the starters was in. The first drive, the Niners was able to get down the field, but then they ended up kicking a field goal. And so that was a good drive for the defense. On the other side, our offense, Geno and Brock Bowers look like they got some type of chemistry going on. And Brock Bowers ended up just taking the ball away from one of I think it was a safety. Took the ball away from their safety over the top. Beautiful play. Ashton Genty got banged up a little bit. And then on the first drive, but he had some good runs too. And the Raiders ended up scoring 3 points. I would say the two drives that I seen the offense and the offense and the defense were okay drives. But then again, like I said, not all the players was out there. So you have to kind of be careful with being like, oh, the defense is all right, the offense is all right. And so, yeah, I'm still putting it out there how I feel. I still think we may be in trouble, but I did see some good things on the defense. Tyree played inside sometimes, and then he played outside sometimes. And that's actually exactly how you should play a Tyree Wilson. But it was a play on the first drive that I really liked. It was a 3rd and 9. And they had Kuntz on the right side. And then they had Tyree on the left of Kuntz. And I think Adam Butler was on the other side, and then Max Crosby was on the other side. Man, I tell you, I think that's the starting lineup right there, honestly, in my opinion. That might be the starting lineup, or at least, it should get, and through each drive, it should get a few looks, depending on how long the drive go, but it should get some frequent looks throughout our defense. And so, yeah, Kuntz was able to put pressure on the tackle he was going against, and Tyree was able to push the guard back. Adam Butler pushed the guard back. It was so beautiful that Max, he didn't even have to on that specific play that I'm talking about, he didn't even. I feel like his rush wasn't really the best, but maybe they wanted him to loop around and like honestly, they didn't need him because Tyree and Kuntz, Butler too, they handle business. And so I just was looking at that play and was like, man, that's a great play. And another thing that I seen from the defense was when they going downhill and it looked good though. Adams, he was disciplined within the gaps. Kuntz, it was a lot of good stuff that I seen from the front seven, from the defense. Also on the second drive, you had Jeremy Chin. He ended up getting an interception. And that's also some good things to see. I mean, honestly, it was Mac Jones, so I'm not gonna, put that so much high on the list, but he was the starting quarterback at one point. The Patriots put their eggs in that basket. And so Mac Jones he's a backup, but with the right weapons, you can do something. You might be able to win a game or two or three with Mac Jones if you got the right situation around him, the right people calling plays around him. So that was a good play from Jeremy Chin. And honestly, the Raiders did not, over the past few years, we haven't been having too many interceptions like that. And so it was good to see that. The second drive on offense, they ended up keeping our starters in, and you seen that Ashton Genty was able to run. The O-line was opening up holes. One thing I seen was Meredith is actually the center and Powers Johnson is the right guard. I don't know what made them do that switch, and I don't even know if last week that's what happened, but that's what I seen. And I don't know. I just know that Powers, he good. He's pretty much gonna be good wherever you put him at on the line, on the inside. Whether it's a center, right guard, left guard, he probably gonna be good either way, because on the runs that Ashton Genty did do that were good and were positive, they ran it pretty much behind Powers. And so, Powers going to open up that hole, whether he got a hold or, or he got a strong or somebody, he's going to open up something. So that was great to see. Ashton Genty ran pretty good against the Niners defense. But then again, like I said, the Niners wasn't playing all their players. I did see a lot of starters on our side playing. So I'm just saying, don't get too excited with what we seeing. We seeing some good things, but we still can't get too excited. It's the preseason. Everybody playing pretty much vanilla plays. It was some great things. Way better than what we seen last week with the first string. And so that's good, I still want to see more before I start saying 10-game season. 10-game, we going to win 10 games this season. I got to see more. I got to see more from the Raiders as a whole. But the things that I did see were actually good. It gives you a tad bit of hope. Genty moving. You see the line not really caving. It's not doing too crazy. Oh, one thing I seen Parham is the left guard. I kind of expected him to be a starter. Some people say he not good, but I think Parham is a pretty good guard. So it was good to see that. Glaze was out there. So yeah, it was good to see that. But now, oh yeah, by the way, the game is not over yet. So things can change. Whatever, but like I said, I want to pay attention to our first string and second string for the defense. For the offense, I really don't want to. Our first string, maybe some of the second string players there, but I don't want to see too much out of the third and the fourth string. Now, I may look around just to see if it's other things going on, other players that may be like surprises or anything like that, but I'm keeping it for the preseason, first string, second string. That's about it. But yeah, it like I said, it looked good. It looked good though. It looked good. Now, we got to see it against fully healthy starting offenses and defenses. And then, which the first game for us is the Patriots. That's a good game for us to kind of get started. It's not going to be too tough. It can be. We could definitely still lose that game. But it ain't like we going against the Chiefs' first game out the gate or like the Ravens' first game out the gate. You know what I'm saying? This is another team that's in a similar position that the Raiders in. So I'm not going to get too much into that right now. But like I said, it's just good to see that the Raiders offense can move up and down the field and the defense could make some stops when needed. They didn't stuff the 49ers first offense without the starters, which Brock Purdy is there, but you know what I'm saying? They didn't have Christian McCaffrey. They didn't have I keep forgetting the guy name with the dreads. I forgot his name. But y'all know what I'm talking about. They first string wideout. Like, he wasn't there. So the secondary it's definitely gonna have some growing pains. The front seven is where we need the front seven to definitely show up and show out. Oh yeah, and another thing, I seen Polamalu out there too. He looked good. He looked like he was flying around. So that's another person to kind of tip the hat to because he know Patrick Graham's system. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the 49ers Raiders game. I'm probably going to look at some other stuff and maybe finish the game. But I really want to see the first string, second string, and that's it. I really don't want to see the third, the fourth string, and all that. I really don't. That's for the coaches and the GM and all them to sit through the whole thing. That's not my job. But just know the things that we needed to see, we saw, and it didn't look bad. Did it look great? That's to be determined. But it didn't look awful. That's all that I cared about, because what I was hearing from the joint practice, it kind of had me a little spooked. But I will say this, in the joint practice, it was a little more. I seen Christian McCaffrey. He was suited up. Um, you know what I'm saying? It's different players that was suited up that probably didn't play in the game. So on our side, we had pretty much our starters on both sides playing. Um, the first couple of drives. And so, yeah, that's my video. I'm up out of here. Keith Rader out, man.